Let's start with you, Areva, because there are revelations today in the UK papers with these texts that have been allegedly sent from Johnny Depp's assistant and between him and Amber Heard regarding, it seems, these abuse allegations. What do you make of these?
Well, these are pretty serious allegations, as you pointed out, and some are suggesting that these allegations are timed in a way to give Amber leverage in the divorce proceedings. What we know is that when she filed for divorce, she asked the judge to grant her spousal support, and she's basically asked the judge to grant her $50,000 a month in support. Depp's lawyer and his legal team, they're arguing that, look, these allegations, one, are false, and two, the timing of them are very suspicious. So they're trying to create a scenario where these allegations are really just about gaining leverage in this lawsuit.
Except, Areva, she's producing pictures which are going to be pretty hard to deny.
Oh, absolutely. We haven't heard the last of this yet. We haven't seen this played out in a court of law. We haven't seen the evidence produced. We do know when the police were called on the night that she alleges that Johnny threw a cell phone in her face that a police report was not made. But Amber Heard's team is saying, look, she didn't make a report that night because she was trying to avoid embarrassing Johnny Depp, and she was trying to keep this matter private. But now that there's this war of words that's taking place between the two teams, her team suggests that she's ready to tell about not only the abuse on that particular night, but the 4 years of abuse that they say she endured while in a relationship with Johnny Depp.
Well, nothing proved, Areva, but, you know, sitting on the outside watching this, looking at this, she looks as though she's going to have a pretty strong case.
Well, particularly with these text messages, you know, until now, those pictures, you're saying, well, that doesn't conclusively prove at all that Johnny Depp actually abused her. But these text messages from this man called Stephen between her and him, where he's saying, oh, he feels very sorry about what he's done. Again, it's not obvious what he's done, but they are quite damning, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. And that's what Amber Heard's team has promised over the last week or so. They've said, look, we have evidence. We have concrete evidence to support her allegations of domestic abuse, and we're prepared to produce that evidence. In fact, they said they welcome a police investigation of her allegations because they say when the police do a full investigation, the truth will come out and they'll be able to establish that Amber is credible with respect to these allegations. I think we're going to see a lot more about these allegations as this divorce proceeding plays out and as the Los Angeles police continue to investigate her charges.
But she's not pressing charges, is she, I gather from what I've read today?
Well, she's not pressing charges, but in the state of California, you as the victim, you don't get to make that choice. If the police are called and a crime has been committed, even if the victim says they don't want to move forward with charges, the police have an obligation to the state to investigate whether a crime has been committed or not. And they can do so even when a victim of domestic violence say they don't want to move forward.
Areva, really appreciate your insight on all of that. Thank you very much indeed. Areva Martin's a Hollywood attorney there. Let's get the showbiz view of all of this. This is Chi-Lan Lieu, who is a showbiz reporter sitting there for us in Los Angeles today. What about the fallout of this, whether proven or not, Chi-Lan, for Johnny Depp and his career?
You know, it's so difficult to say because, again, these are just allegations right now. But the text messages between his personal assistant and Amber Heard, these alleged text messages, are incredibly damning. But the thing is, Stephen Doders has come out to say that these are heavily doctored texts, and he is ready to swear under oath and testify on behalf of his employer that he did not send those text messages to Amber Heard back in May 2014. Now, when it comes to Johnny Depp's career, we have to remember that he has made a career out of being a bad boy of Hollywood, from very exciting relationships to partying all night to destroying hotel rooms. That's his reputation. He's also known for being very charismatic on the red carpet. I had the luck of meeting him a couple years back, and he is all that you would expect Johnny Depp to be on the red carpet. But when it comes to an allegation of domestic violence, of beating on, the alleged beating of a wife, that takes Hollywood back a little bit. That can be a very damning thing to his career.
As we said, it's all allegations and supposition at the moment, so watch this space, as they say.
Yeah, but except his career, this new film, this Alice in Wonderland thing has bombed in the UK.
And it hasn't done well here either. It's actually quite a surprise that it isn't doing any movement whatsoever here. And a lot of people are saying that Amber Heard had actually timed a lot of these releases of the pictures and these allegations to destroy the opening of this film. I think that's far-reaching a little bit, but again, these are all just allegations.